just before we came on, in fact, I was discussing with my producer, Ernie, where you were, quote, coming from ideologically in a piece, I think from yesterday, about the Supreme Court and the Roberts Court and so forth and so on. And he was saying, well, maybe you're coming from a conservative position because you don't think the Roberts Court ought to rule in favor of the Colorado court. And I was saying, yeah, but I mean, look at this line that he wrote in that same piece. The best way for the court to protect itself is to wrench the cases out of, here's the line I love, the Trump distortion field. And I was saying, that's a journalist writing, and he has his point of view, but I don't think I would like to see your piece labeled one way or another. Have I kind of accurately described what you're after in terms of when you sit down to write something, or am I just wishful thinking here?
Well, it's I appreciate that. I'm glad. I hope that people find my writing, hard to predict, because if it's predictable, then you don't have to read it. But yeah, I would say my overall leanings are center right. Mm. With a particular concern for due process and freedom of speech and civil liberties issues, but I hope in a nonpartisan way. I'm concerned with institutions and their legitimacy, and the machinery we have set up to make political competition work and to keep things like due process and free speech in place. And so in that sense, I think just sort of the liberal constitutional system that we have, is everybody's interest to in protecting, not necessarily just the right or the left.